Amy with BookTubing Amy, and today I'm announcing my giveaway winners. As you can see, there are names in the bowl, which you can't really see with this lighting, but if you can hear, there are names in there. And so I'm going to draw some. Shuffle, 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 shuffle. Not looking. And the winner is Kassidy Voinche. I think I said that wrong, but I'm real sorry. I'll put the name right here. She won Dark Lover. This was a great book, and I'm actually rereading the book. I announced this on my Friday Reads. So I'm excited for her to get this and start this wonderful, addicting series. I will be sending you an email on Monday, so if you could please message me back. If you don't message me back in 2 weeks, then I will have to move on to somebody else. But I really want you to message me back, so make sure to message me. Also for Booking It Monday, I'm doing a review of Blue Lines by Toni Aleo. I hope I'm saying that right. This is the 4th book in the Assassin's Hockey series. This book comes out on December 9th, and this is between Eric and Piper. I gave this book a 5 out of 5 stars on GoodReads, but in my head it was a 6 out of 5 stars. It was so good and I enjoyed it so much. This book actually made me cry. And a book hasn't done that since J.R. Ward's book. I cannot remember which book it was actually, which is sad to say, but one scene in a book happened to make me cry, and this is sad that I don't remember which book it was. But one scene in one book in the J.R. Ward series, and if you like the Black Dagger Brotherhood, I'm betting you can guess which one it was, made me cry, and I loved that book. Can't remember the name right now off the top of my head, but this book made me cry, not because something bad happened, well, something bad kind of happened, but because something really cute happened, and it just made my heart go, "Aw, this is so sweet." I just loved it. I looked like a weirdo walking to class. Actually, I was walking to lunch, now I think about it. When I was walking to lunch crying because it was so sweet. But still, it was super good and I really enjoyed it. Now to get on to the fun part of the review. So, in this book, the Piper gets pregnant and it's Eric's kid. They had a one-night stand, and a couple months later, actually months I think, Piper goes back to Eric and says, "Hey, I'm pregnant," and Eric's like, "Oh no, this is totally not fitting with my bad boy kind of plan I have going on." What he's doing is he's slept with a lot of girls, and he's made a bad image for the Assassins team. So Ellie I'm hoping I'm saying that right, Ellie puts him on probation, and so Eric thinks that the only thing he can do is they can get married. And it's just that I could have thought of a million things I could have done to make, to make this better, but I'm glad they went with that one. Every time I start a romance book, I look at the book as like more of an overview of saying, okay, this is the beginning, this is the end. They have to get over this giant hill, and she did it so beautifully, and it was so amazing. One thing I thought was particularly very funny was when Piper was going to see if the baby was going to be a boy or a girl, Eric forgot about it because he was playing video games. And Eric had been playing video games for a long time when they were living together. And it was so funny because she told him, and Eric was, when you watch TV you're like, yeah, okay, whatever. He did that and he forgot. So she comes home and she is mad because she doesn't know if it's a boy or a girl still. And Eric's friend just happens to be there at this time. They were talking, and 2 seconds, I'm guessing 2 seconds, probably a little bit shorter than that. Anyway, 2 seconds before he walks in, or she walks in, Eric goes, "Oh my gosh, I forgot." And then she walks in and she is mad. She is yelling at him. I'm just dying laughing because he forgot. And she takes his hockey sticks and and whacks his TV and breaks this big plasma screen TV, and I'm just dying laughing. And his friend puts on a helmet and she's like I don't want to be around her right now. She looks like she could take that hockey stick to me, and I just thought it was funny. Oh, so funny. I just love this book. It was so funny. That was one of my favorite parts. When it comes out on December 9th, you should totally pick it up because it is super good, and I really enjoyed it. And if you haven't picked up the first one, start with the first one. You don't have to read the first one or the first three. Yeah, first three to know what's going on, but I suggest you do because it's funnier if you read the first three. And the final thing I wanted to talk about is one of the other scenes. I like to see the little quirky things in books, like that the author shows their inner nerd or how they enjoy one particular show really well. In this book, Eric and Piper read Harry Potter together, and it was so cute. They would read before they would go to bed. Piper would pull out her Kindle and they would read together. They just happened to be reading the same book, and I'm like, oh. One way to describe this is a family that reads together stays together. So the question of the day is, have you read the Assassin series, or do you have any questions for Toni? Leave them in the comments below. I love reading comments. So like, comment, subscribe. I will see you again on Booking It Monday, or maybe #Friday Reads. And as always, go find your inner reader. See ya!